Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Raptor X here with Good Clean Gaming RX, and today we are back in Star Citizen once again. I'm not quite sure whether this one's going to be a new player guide or just a little bit of gameplay, but I popped into the verse today and the server that I was on happened to have a whole bunch of player bounties. So we're going to go over player bounties today. This will enable us to do some PvP. And as you can see, there are a lot of PvP bounties here. So I'm going to go ahead and basically do what I do. And I'm going to go through and accept all of these. I'm also going to go ahead and get the Call to Arms mission for Mercenary. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to make sure that I take each of these bounty missions. And the reason that I do that is because there are generally, when you take a bounty mission, oftentimes the player will either jump servers, or oh goodness, there's another one, or they will run away, quantum travel, combat log, etc., etc. So oftentimes you'll be chasing, one guy and he'll disappear. So basically what I do is I go through and I accept all of the different ones that I could possibly be able to take. And then I go through and I select my first one and I hit track. So that highlights where he's going to be on the map, and then I look on my mini-map down here, on my sky map, and there we go. As you can see, last seen 2 minutes and 15. It looks like he's probably on his way to either Crew L1 from Yella, or potentially going from Crusader out to her L3, although that seems a little bit less likely. Could also be going from perhaps Selin to her L3. Okay, but he's a little bit out of the way there, and not particularly accessible. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump back to my accepted ones, and I'm going to find the next guy here, Sly Sanity. We're going to track him, and then we're going to look on my sky map, and it looks like same thing. He's in Selin. So these are rather close. And should be relatively easy to get to. Here's a Chavus Desier. We'll go ahead and check him. I'm sure I've just butchered his name. He's over here on Hurston, or they are over here on Hurston. That's a little bit of a flight for me, so I'm not going to bother flying all the way over there. And I'll basically follow this same pattern with each of these. Erads, he's over on Hurston also, so I won't bother going to get him. McDoe. There we go. He's in the Crusader environs as well. So we'll take a look at them also. Rico Star Chaser. There was something in chat about him potentially being around Selin at the security post Correa. So he'd be pretty easy to track down. And then there's a Lemascruer. We'll track him and take a look and see, and he's over at Hurston as well. So we're not going to bother getting any of them, the ones that are out in Hurston. So we'll take a look at this Sly Sanity. He's my first one, 30,000 Alpha UBC, and we'll take a look, and he appears to be over here at Selin. So I'm going to go ahead and set my route there, and then we'll go ahead and take off and see what we can do to get this guy. So I'm in my Arrow, which is a very light fighter. Well, not very light, I guess is the wrong term, but it doesn't have a whole lot of health hit points, and so I'm gonna have to be pretty maneuverable on this one. Make sure that I keep my health and shields up and don't get too caught up in the fight, and keep my head on a swivel. So I'm going to go ahead and whoop, and there we go. So we've lost one, as you can see, McDoe. He's gone, either jumped servers or gotten his crime stat cleared. And that's something that happens quite commonly when you're taking these bounty missions. So whenever I see them and they have some available, I just go ahead and grab them. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to selling. And we'll see about taking this guy out. Security post Korea. He's almost certainly over there. We'll go ahead and jump in. Oh, objective failed. So he's either gotten his crime stat removed or else been killed by the advocacy. And I'd almost bet killed by advocacy, because there are several of them around here right now. This seems to be a little bit of a hot spot. There are a lot of other players in the area. Rico Star Chaser, same thing, he's gone. So we'll go ahead and jump into here and see what other ones we still have accepted. Let's track them. Over in Hurston. Erads, track them. Over at Hurston as well. Hurston as well for that one. And over there at Hurston also. Whoa! Failure to comply. So I've got a single crime stat there. So I think we're going to have to go ahead and pop back to Grim Hex and pay off that fine, because I was not paying attention and managed to get myself a crime stat, which means I can't do any of these missions. So I'm going to go ahead, and that's Lesbin. We're going to go ahead and find Yella again, and we'll go back to Grim Hex. There we go. So because I've got a crime stat 1, I've lost all of my access to my bounty missions. I've lost access to my call to arms missions. I'm a criminal now, which opens up a couple possibilities. Because it's a crime stat 1, I believe I can just go to Grim Hex, or really any of the landing zones such as Port Olisar, or even go down to Orison or Area 18 or wherever the landing zones, and pay off my crime stat there. I can also, if I wish to, go to any of the various security posts that have terminals, and I can make my way down into there, although there's a good chance that I'd have to kill off some of the guards to get down there, because since I have a crime stat, I'm a hostile party to any of the bunkers in the area, and so they will attempt to kill me because I'm a criminal now. Not intentionally, of course. I was moving forward. I think probably what happened is that I'd been told to reduce my speed to 0. I was being scanned, and since I was in my mobi-glass and not paying attention, unfortunately didn't see the notification there, and and I don't have my my NPC voices turned on because they have a habit of using bad language. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my landing gear. We'll turn this off. And you can use your landing gear to help to slow down your ship. That'll turn on proximity assist, which helps your throttle to not quite be so quick to throw you into things. Basically dampens your movement a little bit when you are... Interesting, I'm trying to get a call in from another character there apparently. Another player in the verse. No, we're not going to accept that. Right bracket. Thank you. Nothing from them either. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll head down to the bottom layer here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to find our fines and citations terminal. There we go. And we'll go ahead and log in. And we'll get these paid off. So I've got a $16,000 fine there. But I can go ahead and pay that. And there we go. That's got my fine paid off. Alright, and I'll go ahead and... Interesting. That's very interesting. I shall have to try that at some point. Okay, stream, very good. Okay, so that's got my fine paid off. My crime stat has been removed, as you can see. So we'll go ahead and see what else we can do here. Bounty hunter, yellow sand. We'll go ahead and take a couple of people here and see where they're at. Somewhere here in Crusader. Perfect. Let's go out and see if we can get this person. The elevators appear to be working properly, so we can actually do this. And I'm going to go ahead and get call to arms as well. Just in case we run into any other bad guys while we're here. Oh, they might actually be here in Grimhex, so we may not get the opportunity to take them out. And I'm just using my pulse scan here because there are plenty of asteroids in the area. There's a Misc Reliant there that I'm not sure. They appear to be hostile, potentially. So we're going to be careful of that one. Oh, there's definitely someone targeting us now.
Contact received.
No, you can't. So there's someone down there as well, this yellow sand character. And they appear to be hanging out in Grim Hex. So no luck there. Let's go ahead and take a look and see if there are any others. Rico Star Chaser. We'll go ahead and take that one as well and see where they're at. Appears to be right in the area as well. 1,000 kilometers away. Perfect.
Quantum drive is now off.
800 and change there. I'm going to go ahead and we'll pop over the moon here of Yella.
Quantum drive is now off. Okay.
Oop. Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Shield down. Check fire.
Oh goodness. Well, that was over rather quickly. Oh. So, we're going to have to see if we can come back for this guy then, and take them out. Hopefully the Grim Hex elevators will work, and we'll be able to go and get retribution on this guy. Duca Z, yes, we're going to go ahead and accept all of those. And I'm going to try something here because I've had issues with other elevators before, and I'm going to try a couple things and just see if this will fix the problem. There we go. And now we'll go ahead and go up to lobby. Nope, it's still stuck. Alright. I've heard that there is a way that you can try and get around this, but apparently not. Alright, I'm going to have to log and jump back into this server. Okay, so I'm back. I believe I'm in the same server because I had one of my friends playing on the server as well, so I've joined on him the first time in, and now I'm joined on him again in the second one. I've gone ahead and claimed my arrow, and we're going to go ahead and take the Gladius here and see if we can get some retribution on this guy who's blown us up. I'm going to go ahead and we'll see if this will allow me to repair. There we go. And do that first as well, so that I've got my tail fins, there we go, back on. And have eliminated any sort of damage to my ship. Go ahead and lift off here so that we're not a sitting duck in the hangar. Put our gear up. And we'll go ahead and get out of here. Now I've got my quantum drive up and spooled. I'm going to go ahead and get out of the asteroid field once more, and we're going to jump to Yella. Whoop. Unfortunately, some control input problems there. The server's having a wee bit of lag tonight. And we're going to go ahead and swap full health to shields here, because there's a good chance that this guy is still here. Yup, there he is, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and, yup, still here, perfect. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and swap into missiles. And we're going to lock onto this guy, get close. Oh, and he's gotten me again. So this is the unfortunate bit about playing in a game where it's open PvP. Even as a player who's got some experience under my belt, this guy's clearly significantly better than I am, and so we're gonna leave him alone at this point. That's one surefire way to get me killed. We are going to go ahead and accept the crime stats against this guy, because you know that was unprovoked, and I'm trying to ratchet up his crime stat a little bit. Whew. I'm definitely outmatched there. So we're going to leave him alone for this time. But it just goes to show that even in a good ship, and even with, you know, some decent skill, it's still entirely possible to get your butt kicked in Star Citizen. So I'm going to have to get some more practice in and learn a few more tricks of the trade. I feel like I did get some shots in there, so that was good. I wasn't completely destroyed quite so quickly, but definitely lost that one pretty quickly. So we're going to leave that one right there, and that'll be an example of losing in PvP. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ta-ta.